Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at that college football game between the Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans. How you doing today, Jeff?
What a game we're going to look at here, Dax. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen on the gridiron in the state of Michigan, as you have one team that is really going in the wrong direction in terms of being a program, while Michigan State is doing everything right. And that's why the Spartans are laying 17 points on Saturday.
Man, and it's no secret that Brady Hoke has been on the hot seat since the end of last year. Now, what do you think he can actually do to save his job with his team, in these remaining 5 games, aside from the obvious, of course, of winning the game?
Well, you just pointed out, he's got to win out. And maybe not the case of beating Ohio State on the road. That's going to be a tall task. But the Wolverines have a chance of being competitive in this matchup. And they really land in a much better situational spot than Michigan State. Michigan State has been on the road the previous 2 weeks against really downtrodden teams in Purdue and Indiana. So, yes, Michigan State will be feeling good about itself. But they have traveled on the road the last 2 weeks, while Michigan has been at home since an October 11th victory against Penn State, had the bye week. So there is some things to like with the Wolverines as a road underdog.
All right, man, and how about the Spartans? I mean, they've been a real moneymaker in the last 6 meetings in this series, as they've covered the number in all of them. But besides the obvious here, I mean, in your opinion, what's the recipe for success that bettors should actually know when handicapping this in-state rivalry, and should we expect them to cover again?
There's one statistic that jumps off the page. I've been familiar with this statistic since starting as a handicapper in 2006, and that's the fact that the team that wins the rushing battle in this contest has picked up the straight-up victory in 41 of the last 44 meetings. That's very significant. If you look at last year's box score, Michigan had like minus 40-something rushing yards. They were absolutely dominated. But Michigan State does not have the type of defense that it's normally had under Mark D'Antonio over the last 3 or 4 years. So there is a chance for Michigan, if they want to get physical, to move the football. And you could argue that even though Michigan has a worse record, they've actually played some capable opponents, and they have the best defense on the field come Saturday.
All right, man. So do you think we should actually be considering, to fade the home team in this case?
I'm going to fade the home team here because I think they're overvalued. I just think that there's been so much discussion leading up to the last game for Michigan, and they came up with a victory against Penn State, that this team is just really looking ahead to 2015. I think Hoke has a chance to save his job, and there's also a lot of statistics in the favor of liking Michigan as an underdog of this size, a couple of them being the fact that they, based on opponents' win percentage, they faced the toughest schedule in the Big Ten this season. They're also first in the Big Ten in red zone offense. The only time that they failed to score points in 17 trips inside the red zone, Dax, they kneeled in a victory against Penn State. And they also aren't penalized. I like taking underdogs in a situation like this. They are second in the country in just averaging 3.29 penalties. And getting back to that home team statistic that you mentioned, Dax, in terms of fading the home team, the Spartans are 6-12 against the number in the last 18 games in East Lansing. So I'm going to grab the 17 points with the Wolverines against the Spartans.
All right, you heard it here first. Hell of a game, an in-state rivalry, and the plus 17 is the recommended pick here. Jeff, as always, my man, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing it again tomorrow.
Thank you.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.